All right.
Yeah, I know this Dallas shit.
Me and you and Erykah Badu gonna have a Dallas off.
No, man.
We're gonna have a
That's the queen, bro. She the one that put Dallas on the map for real, for real.
Nah, she did.
Erykah Badu made people want to come to Dallas and see what that sauce was about. You got to remember, this was the neo soul movement, dog. This is 1996, 1997, and here come this chick with her hair wrapped up all the way to the sky, with a raspy, bluesy voice, with a sound and a vibe that ain't nobody ever heard of. And from there, all of her sisters and all of her children have been born. We wouldn't have a Cleo Soul if it wasn't for Erykah Badu. We wouldn't have a Ari Lennox if it wasn't for Erykah Badu. We wouldn't even have a Moonchild if it wasn't for Erykah Badu. You know, Erykah Badu made space for Black women to fully explore their femininity and their originality. Because until then, the industry had painted Black women into a box where you had to either be a sex symbol or a ratchet chick, because those were the only two things that were commercialized. That's why when Mary J. Blige first came out, she was the ratchet chick, and she had to morph her way into being something sexy. Because before the neo soul movement, you had to be one of each.
Come on.
So when the neo soul movement came out, all of a sudden Black women could have kinky hair. They could wear dark colored lipstick and stuff. This is why Angie Stone was able to be Angie Stone, because before then, she would have got swallowed up by the industry because she was too dark and too big.
Come on.
Jill Scott is able to come in and show you that a Black woman can be a sex symbol and be plus size.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Indy Ari can come in and show you that not only can I sing R&B songs that are about sex and love making, but I can also sing songs about just being positive and being Black. I'm not the average girl from the video.
Come on.
My worth ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because she is a queen.
Come on. Oh, let's go.
They messages became anthems because of Erykah Badu, because Erykah Badu was the first one to stand 10 toes down and say, I'm original.
Yeah, nah, she's the first one to run naked to a dart bus.
Hey.
Hey.
You got to let the Lord do his work sometimes.
Sometimes you got to work through them. Work with them. All right, let's do it like this, because I want people to actually know just how much talent is on this couch right now, man. Can you name some people that you've worked with just so we could start, time? So, yeah.
Who do y'all consider important? You want people on TV, people your grandmama know, people your mama and them grew up with, people your kids follow. What you want? You want TV, radio, film?
Let's go TV. Let's start basic.
Okay, well, on TV, I worked on this little show called Wildin' Out. You ever heard of it?
Come on, let's go. Shout out Nick.
Yeah, I was a creative consultant, AKA writer for that show for 2 years, which allowed me to rub elbows with everybody that is attacking the forefront of comedy now and build close personal relationships with cats like the 85 South Boys, a lot of the battle rappers, Charlie Clips was able to riff and build relationships and be somebody that people, not only do they value my talent, they value my opinion.
Come on.
And it also allowed me to, show people that what we do here. I got a chip on my shoulder because until I took it upon myself to put this mantle on my shoulders, the most famous person that ever came from Dallas was Shucky Ducky.
Yeah, shout out Shucky Ducky
OG.
too. Yeah,
that's my mentor. Ducky. So when people would say his name in the industry, they would say it like it was a joke. And how does a man become a household name when you still laugh at the fact that his name still rings in your head? Like people, Shucky Ducky quack quack, and you say it like he's not important to comedy. His name is in the lexicon. He's part of your vocabulary. How dare you on that man's legacy? Oh, so if that's all y'all think about Dallas and Dallas comedy, well, let me show you that not only are we intelligent, not only are we raw, not only are we drop dead hilarious, we some of the coldest in the game. And if I got to put the jersey on and wear it around, I'll do it.
So let's start like this. I want to talk on, you just mentioned, of course, Wildin' Out. What are your thoughts on vehicles, sketch comedy vehicles, propelling comedians to the next level. And let's start with we can start with Saturday Night Live. We just seen Eddie Murphy's documentary.
Okay.
Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did.
What was
I put
your
the peel in my mouth. That was my favorite line.
Yeah.
That was my favorite line for the whole thing. Okay, so stand-up comedy in its purest form is philosophical thought expressed through rage. Outside of that, you have all these different advents of comedy, be it slapstick, impersonations, musical comedy. You have the people that do satirical comedy, shock value. So all these things get added into the gumbo that is stand-up. But comedy is any art form that elicits a laugh. So when people add comedy to acting, it becomes sketch comedy.
Yeah.
When people put comedy to music, it becomes musical comedy. When you take comedy and do something that did exist and make a funny version of that, well, now it's a parody. So my only problem is a lot of these cats are good at all of the derivatives, but they don't pay enough homage to the original source. For example, y'all know what Mexican J's are, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
By themselves, it's a perfectly good shoe.
Yeah.
If you bought 100 pairs of Mexican J's and gave them out in the hood, wouldn't nobody be able to on your contribution like you didn't do nothing for the kids.
Come on.
But imagine you got a child and all they've ever known is the Mexican J's. They've never had none of the actual Jordans. Not number one all the way to where he stopped.
Yeah.
I think 23, because 22 was the basketball-looking shoe, and then he had to recover after that, so 23. So everything after that has been a retro or a composite.
Right.
So just imagine your kid only knows Team Jordan. Imagine your kid only knows retros. Imagine your kid only knows the new colorways. Your baby never really understood what concrete 11s meant. Your baby never understood what the patent leathers meant. Your baby never understood what it means to say, I got on a pair of Game 6s. But your baby swear they the biggest Jordan head around. That's how I feel about comedy. When you don't come back to stand up, you didn't come back to the original source.
Damn.
You can talk about crack all day, but if you ain't never had real cocaine, you don't know this dope shit. Hush when real cartel talk is going on.
Goddamn.
That's crack talk you doing over there, and I've never heard of a crack cartel.
Wait, so hold on. So Eddie not coming back to comedy, you feel is a
smart move.
Okay.
Smart move.
Why is it a smart move?
The expectation.
For sure.
The expectation. That's why Barry Sanders never came back.
Yeah, he did his job.
When you leave at the peak of what you do, at the precipice of your mountain, the only thing that can top that is to go to the peak of another mountain. That is a very daunting task because the risk is falling off the mountain. It's the same risk you took last time, except bigger because the mountain is taller. So now you expect a man who hasn't told a joke since Jerry curls were in style to come back, and to come back to what? Remember when Dave came back, how people treated equanimity?
It wasn't received all that.
It wasn't well received because people didn't give him the opportunity to evolve. They wanted you to come back on beat with the same song you stopped singing the last time.
Play your old hits.
That's why D'Angelo stopped touring. Can't even work on some new shit without everybody. How does it feel? They don't even have them abs no more.
You gotta take the shirt off.
Yeah, I got to take my shirt off to get you to. That's why I paid $75. Why you think Genuine falling off stage and shit?
Let me get the 9 to 10.
Yeah, about to snatch his damn vocal cords out his chest. 9 o'clock. I'm trying to hit them damn notes that he was hitting in 96.
Boy.
Y'all don't appreciate that's black people problem. We don't appreciate our old acts, and we don't appreciate the opportunity for art to become nuanced.